What's up everybody, Kinetic here and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm very excited to bring you guys my first batch of character build videos for this game, featuring the classes that you see here currently. I've got, of course, my main character, the two-handed warrior. We've got Sarah, the archer, Blackwall, the tank, and Solus, the mage. A few notes before we get started on the details of these class builds. For one, it is assumed that you're going to use these builds for your main character. However, I've taken a lot of consideration, and they're certainly been designed to be just as viable for your AI companions as well. Also, there was no respecking involved in the creation of these builds, so whatever your first two abilities that you get for your class, those are still being kept in these builds, and why not? I find them actually quite useful. However, if you are interested in respecking, which may include removing those first two abilities for something different, all you have to do is go to, for example, the blacksmith in Haven, and you can go to the merchant section there and purchase the item that you need. That will give you all of your points back, and then you can start from scratch and put them where you like. And finally, I would just like to say that I don't consider myself the type of player that makes the most optimal types of builds, but I do think these are quite good. If you think that you have a better idea for a build and you would like to let me know what you chose for certain level ranges or something like that, or whatever, definitely let me know in the comment section your constructive criticism. If you just come in and tell me my build is shit, ha ha ha, you suck, I'm just going to erase your stupid comment. Give me a good reason why you think that certain skills are better than others or something like that. I have optimized these, for example, to be as effective as they can be into creating a good build within certain point ranges. So for example, your first 5 points that you'll spend, I've considered how to make a very good build at that range. And then from 5 points or 6 points to 10, how to get the most bang out of your bucket to really help set up the vision that I have for these class builds. So without further delay, let's get into the class build details for the two-handed warrior. Alright, so to start things off, we're going to go into the two-handed weapon, and we're going to unlock Block and Slash. This is a really awesome ability, probably my favorite for the two-handed warrior. You are going to deflect incoming damage from an enemy's melee attack and then return with a really powerful swing that can knock enemies around. It's just an awesome skill and lots of fun, and I think that it's great to start off with this, so that way you can start getting used to watching your enemies try to attack you, get used to the timing. This is going to be one of the most powerful abilities that you can have in your arsenal. Next up, we're going to go to the Battle Master and unlock Grappling Chain. This is a great ability that can help you pull in those archers, pull in those mages or something like that into the group where you and the other tank, or maybe if you are trying to tank, into a group, and then you can start beating on all of them at the same time. Next up, we're going to go back to the two-handed weapon, and we're going to unlock Shield Breaker. This is a passive effect. Your critical hits crack armor and rend shields, sundering your enemy's armor for a short time. Really good stuff. A 20% armor reduction. You're going to be kicking a lot more ass a lot faster. Next up, we're going to take Whirlwind. This is probably one of the flashiest and most fun abilities as well, next to Block and Slash, I think, for the two-handed warrior. It's essentially a whirlwind like you could imagine from the Diablo's Barbarian. Really good stuff. You're going to spin around in a circle and beat the crap out of everybody. And to polish that ability up, we're going to take Clear a Path for the 5th point. Hitting multiple targets with a single swing of your weapon restores your stamina for each extra target. This is going to help refund your stamina back into your pool as you're dishing it out from spending it at the same time, which makes Whirlwind a hell of a lot better to try and maintain, but also just in general allows you to have a more healthy stamina pool to continue throwing out, for example, Mighty Blows and even your War Cries. Now, some people scoff at War Cry, but I'm telling you, since you are a warrior in the thick of things, not only are you going to want to have War Cry for building up your guard, we're also going to take Charging Bull. This is actually the next skill that we're going to take for the 6th point that we get. Charging Bull, you slam into your enemies, increasing your guard and knocking them down as you break through their lines. So between these two abilities here, you're going to be stacking a good amount of guard to help prevent your character's health from being the first thing to go. Once we got those, we're going back to two-handed weapon, and we're going to unlock another passive, Flow of Battle. Every critical hit reduces the cooldown times on your abilities, giving you the edge to finish your enemy. Really, really good stuff. What can I say other than it's just awesome. It does exactly what it says, and the lower your cooldowns, certainly the more you'll be able to put out damage with your abilities. Anybody getting dizzy yet? We're going back to now Battle Master for the 8th point. We're going to unlock Hamstring. When you attack your target from behind, you leave them slowed. In general, I would say that it's wise for you as the two-handed warrior to be behind your enemies, across from the tank, who hopefully has all the aggro and attention. Now, I don't really consider this all that beneficial so much, but it definitely leads us to something that is beneficial, a great passive, Deep Reserves. You get your breath back faster than most. When your stamina is very low, it regenerates more quickly. So again, this is another way to help maintain as much stamina in your pool for your two-handed warrior as you possibly can. You should really have no problems with stamina at this point once you unlock Deep Reserves. The only thing that may be a problem then is cooldowns, but hopefully you're critting a lot, so you won't have to wait too long to get that next ability off. And finally, we're going to go down to Earthshaking Strike. Your great blow tears open the ground with a shockwave that batters enemies caught in its path. This is a sweet ability. You have to definitely use some finesse to make sure that you are using this ability correctly, because it creates basically a tear in the ground that is directly across from your warrior. And so you want that to intersect with as many enemies as possible. Of course, now that I'm done talking about all of these abilities and passes and stuff like that, I'll be able to show you exactly what I mean. That's all I got for this video on the two-hand warrior. I will be doing videos, of course, on the other classes and their builds, plus I'll also get into the specialization trees later on down the line. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these Dragon Age Inquisition videos, and stay subscribed, more is on the way soon. Thanks again for watching, my name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.